just having a tea. Put it down out of the way over here. Yeah, I had problems last night. You know, isolation brings in problems. I have no undercoat paint, so I had to ad-lib that as well. I have done oil paintings where I've used a stain, so I had to actually stain the boat first before I could put the grey on. And it's just a bit of, it's a light at the moment, wash of grey. But, so see where I'm going, but I have these drilled in here, these portholes, and I'm having problems with some of the portals, which I'm going to show you on a close-up now. But some of the paint on the board is a little rough. I have to sand that as well. So yeah, I'm having my issues, and on the cabins I also have to take them off and paint them beforehand. So I'll just give you an example of what's going on here and my struggles. So basically what happened was I had trouble with undercoat last night, and I had to use stain. This being in isolation and virus, the one thing I don't have at the moment is undercoat paint. So I put a wood stain on, which I've used on oil paints before when I'm oil painting, and I put that on, and then I put the grey on. But I have, because of this hardboard, it's a little poor quality here. I've got to sand that off a bit and clean it. So that's one of my problems. The other problem is I put pins in here to test them out in the front, and they've got to come out. That has to be, those little holes have to be filled. They're off center and they don't look very good. So I'm going to paint those on. I'm going to leave these drilled holes ones. Now, so I'm going to fill these all in, clean this hull up, and then just paint them on so that it's a lot more like this one here, right? But you know, that's a plastic model, it's very detailed. So I have to compromise a bit here too, because I can't drill these holes in this hardboard, but I can't get a brush in here properly anymore. So I'm going to have to take this apart and paint them like this first with the toothpick, and then glue it back together. So that another challenge. So there are my two issues at the moment, which I'm working on. And I have a little bit of a problem down here in the back hull, doesn't look great, which I'll most likely put a bit of basically JB weld in and clean it up a bit. I mean, the wood wasn't great, the construction wood wasn't great in the beginning anyways. So there we go. So I was painting the black last night and the guns. I didn't have too many incidents. So I had one gun that fell off, but that's all. So I'm getting there slowly. So I'm going to take these apart and paint them now, and then glue them back together and try to get this deck done somehow. I have this stuck here, this whole thing's been stuck for quite a while now. But we'll get there. Keep on battling. There you can see the spots, the dots I made with the toothpick, but I can't get them in down in here, and I can't get them in here really. I might be able to get them in there, but we'll try and make the portholes. And of course I have to fill the deck along down here. I have to fill this deck area in and clean it up. So there are my snags, but we'll get through all this. It's part of making models this way. Yeah, here in my isolation cabin, or as you could call it. And I'm still working away on the ship. I had to refill all these portholes that I started making with pins and that. So I had to put this filler in, and I'm cleaning it off now. It's a little rough looking. So there's the first not happy mistake, or whatever you want to call it. And because the wood wasn't great and I didn't like this carving here, I'm filling this back in and making this a little wider, this back part of the ship. So I've still got to do some filler over top of that to smooth it out. But there are my mishaps that I'm trying to clean up and make it look okay again. Now on top of the ship is okay, but on the deck here, this part of the hardboard isn't great. That's all I had. I maybe should have put the better side up, I think. So I'm dremeling that off right now, which I will show you, but hey, we have to get rid of all these mistakes before we carry on. Oh, by the way, I did get primer in the end. There was a hardware store open. What's simply amazing. Took a while, but hey, one store was closed in one little town nearby, but in the other way, they were open. So go figure. So primer again. Yes. Yeah, so I'm using this little, where is that? There we go, this bit on the Dremel, if you can see it. Right there. Diamond bit. It's much. I'm facing it down and I'm trying to get rid of, clean up this deck a little. So that's what I'm at the moment. So, you know, get rid of some of this fuzz here. Doesn't take long, and you know it begins to look smooth. Almost like I have to do the whole deck like this. But as you can see there, maybe on the front, I hope you can see that. Maybe if I get this light over a bit, you'll see it. See, there's fuzzy. Oops, there, sorry. There's fuzzy here. And down here it's smooth, so it's getting a little better. So this is smoothing up now, and that's a little fuzzy. Gotta do that side as well. And we'll be getting back into shape here. I've got a little bit of roughness here in front that I gotta work out. Voila.